Hi, my name is Daniel Ramsey. I am the founder and CEO of MyOutDesk, and today on this video, we are going to learn exactly what a virtual assistant does and then how to choose the right one so you can grow and scale your business. So first, we're going to just start with what they do. And I love this topic because we've helped thousands, literally tens of thousands of businesses like yours hire virtual assistants. The very first thing is administrative tasks. I like emails, calendar scheduling, project management, ordering stuff, just the basic admin stuff. I have my virtual assistant building reports for me, tracking KPIs, basically organizing my world. Even some of my personal stuff like, hey, I need help adding this to my calendar. Those kind of things are perfect for a virtual assistant to help on the administrative side. Other things like maybe adding leads to your CRM, taking care of marketing things like small marketing tasks, posting things here and there. Those are the administrative tasks that help a business run. And they're not things that you as the CEO or founder or the leader or the manager of your department need to do. So the very first and probably the most valuable thing is just getting all the administrative tasks off your plate. The next is sales. Now, in our sales process, we have a two-step process. We have appointment setters and then closers. Closers are expert salespeople. They are experts in their field. They know how to consult and do basically the thing that's important to our customers. And our appointment setters, they think of them as just simply nurturers and lead follow-uppers. They are people who are setting the appointment and gathering the information of our clients, like, hey, what's your resume, or what's your revenue, who's on your team, what's the information, what's the problem you need to solve. These are salespeople. We call them sales development reps, and they're fantastic for businesses because it takes out of all the administrative and data entry work inside of the sales process. So it's a very valuable. These two positions are ones I would absolutely start with, but as your business grows and scales, you might need help with a marketing virtual assistant. In the marketing tasks, think of marketing coordinator and social media coordinator and design coordinator. Somebody who can create some flyers, do some social posts, manage your CRM and your email platform, and basically help you drive messages out to your customers. That's the marketing virtual assistant. Okay, so the fourth one, and this really is a category unto itself, is customer service. And here's the weirdness about this. There's an entire industry that is dedicated to outsourcing customer service, IT support, all the phones. In fact, you call any major corporation in the US and you want your bank account information or your credit card or your even Comcast or Xfinity, whatever it is, you're likely talking to somebody who is a virtual assistant in another country. And so customer service and all of the minutia of answering customer requests and answering the phone and being the first line of defense, I like to call them like director of traffic. They organize the in and out flow of all business communications for customers. I love customer service for a virtual assistant in like a tier 1 or tier 2 position. Like tier 1, they're brand new, they're learning the business. Tier 2, they're expert, and so they kind of can handle and they know the business. They know a lot about the business. So that's the path in the customer service, and a lot of companies have virtual assistants doing that. The last is like an accounting position. There's a lot of work that goes on with AR and AP, reconciling banks, getting expense reports, making sure that everything is inputted into your accounting system, whether it's an ERP or QuickBooks or an online FreshBooks or whatever it is. We have a large contingency of people who, the trains have to run on time inside of a business and you need the data. So accounting, virtual assistants, AR, AP people who just are inputting data and keeping their trains running, it's a super valuable position. And these are the 5 positions that every business, from a boat broker to an insurance guy to a roofing contractor to a major billion-dollar company, these are the positions that our virtual assistants do and your business should consider doing. Now, how do you find the right one? And this is where all the crazy happens. Whether you're a billion-dollar company or a brand new entrepreneur, this process of finding the right one is the thing that's always missing. When you hear, oh, I tried a virtual assistant and it didn't work out for me, or that company didn't work for me, it's typically because they missed a step. So I'm gonna go through step by step the process of figuring out how to get the right one and how we do it. And then actually choosing the right company to provide that service, we'll go through that. And there's just a couple tips on that. But here we go, right one. The very first thing is typically Typically for business, there's 3 outcomes that you have to think about. When I'm hiring somebody as an employee, I'm thinking, okay, am I doing this to grow my revenue? Am I doing this to save my time? Or am I doing this to reduce costs? So you wanna know what the outcome is, and think of that like the end game. Like, why am I playing this game? What do I want? Do I wanna save my time? Do I wanna grow my revenue? Or am I trying to reduce costs? Those are your 3 outcomes. You just wanna know your end state so you can properly define the next one, which is a job description. And what's cool about a job description is it gives not only the applicant, but also the company that you might be partnering with a very clear, detailed, this is what they're gonna do every day for me. This is the role, this is the duties, this is what the expectations are. And typically a job description will have a experience kind of criteria, like they've got 2 years of experience or 5 years of experience doing this for other companies. And so it gives a good roadmap for somebody who's recruiting for you or for you, even in the interviewing process, right? So the next thing is to make sure you have a defined system and process for the job description. So this is a huge area that people kind of drop the ball. They're like, hey, I need help with sales. And you're like, okay, show me what your sales process is. And like, what are you talking about? You actually need to document your sales process. You need to document it because people need to be able to see it. And even major corporations have problems with this because all the knowledge is in the human capital. It's inside of the employee's head. But we have to have some way of pulling that tribal knowledge out of your head, and we can have a virtual assistant help grow and scale that business. So you want to define your system and process, and it can be as simple as just writing a list of all the things that they're going to do. It could be as complicated of my Salesforce, our CRM, has a step-by-step process for the sales process that's built into it. So it can be as complicated as that and as simple as just a checklist, but you have to have it. It's really super important. The next thing is you need to have training on that system and process. And this is the place that a lot of people fall down. My favorite training methodology is just simply recording your computer screen, talk about the how, what, when, and why. We call that play, pause, do. Play, pause, do. Super simple. Even in this video, you can just pause the video, scoot it back, take notes, and then move forward and capture the information that I'm trying to relay. So that's an example of a defined training process, meaning you're having somebody who's doing it now, record a screen, talk about the how, what, and why, and then you have that video available so the virtual assistant can learn the job. If you can put it into a SOP, standard operating procedure, then you're like light years ahead of all of your competition, and it's a really big deal. Now, the last thing isn't a, how to hire a right virtual assistant for your business. It's more about how to have the right mindset. And this is, you have to have patience. Whenever you're investing in hiring somebody to help your business grow, we have this tendency to think things are gonna happen really fast. Shouldn't they be just like me, or can't they just figure this out? And the reality is patience is required in order to hire anyone, and really a defined timeline that is reasonable. You need to have a smart goal around how long it's going to take somebody to be up to speed in that role. And if you have other people doing it, you'd have some semblance of what the time is going to take for a person to be successful. But the more KPIs you have about time frame, the more understanding that you have about the learning curve of different people, the more likely you're going to hire a virtual assistant, the right one for your business, and then you're going to have success. All right, so now what do they do? And how do you hire the right one? We've got that list. Now, how do you choose a company to work with? And this is massively important because there are literally over 700 virtual assistant companies out there, and they all specialize in different things. What you're looking for, number one, is a proven track record. For us, we have over 800 5-star reviews, and we're approaching 900, and we've been in business 16 years. So you just want to find a company that is a real company. They want to be incorporated over there. They want to be incorporated here in the US. And you just want somebody who's done it before, because the worst thing for your business is to trust somebody who's trying something out, or it's their first time, or even maybe they have 50 people and you're like, well, that's not really scale. You want to choose a company that has large scale, thousands of virtual assistants already, because you know they worked out all of the kinks. That's a really important point. Number two, you want to have a strategist on your side as you're doing all this work. It's very easy for me to explain this, but the details, the devil is in the details of all this. And you want to have a strategist who has done this, hundreds of times, if not thousands of times, working alongside your business, so that when you create a job description, you know it's the right job description, that a virtual assistant can actually do it. So number two, you want to have a strategist. Ours are all in the the US and they have lots of years of experience. But this is important because you don't want somebody who doesn't know what they're doing telling you and giving you advice and pretending to be an expert in this industry. It's a wild industry. I like to tell people virtual assistants are people, our product are people are messy. And if they are messy, the best thing you can do is create systems and processes so your business feels supported. And the best way to do that is to hire somebody with a proven record and somebody who has a strategic mind when crafting the initial kind of requirements for a virtual assistant. That's number 1 and 2. Number 3, and this is really important, you want to make sure that you have everything set up ahead of time. A company email, a company phone, you want to have a laptop available. You want to make sure that you have everything inside the company so when the virtual assistant gets there, they feel supported. We like to have a company buddy, so the virtual assistant starts, and besides their boss, they have somebody else in the organization that can help them navigate all of the complexity of your organization. In this third one, what you want to think through is this is your team member, and culture is super important. And so what you want to do, and we coach our clients on this all the time, is you want to share with them your culture, your business model, why you exist, the founder's story, your individual department. We serve a lot of really big companies and they have different, department goals. So share with them the department goal, share with them the KPIs, make sure they have a company email, they're involved in the company, meetings and the working groups. And the more you can do all of these things, the more likely not only are you gonna thrive in your business, but you're gonna get the support that you know and deserve. If there's any questions or concerns about how to do this, and do it really, really well so you can set yourself up for success in the 2023 year, give us a call. We'd love to walk through how we do it and maybe share best practices with you. Again, we've done this, I think 10,000 times for customers just like you and your business. And so there's no mistake that we haven't already made, and we'll share with you how to avoid those mistakes while also growing and scaling your company with virtual assistants. Now, if you've watched this video so far, it's likely that you absolutely need a virtual assistant, and I want to help you. But the number one reason people don't move forward is because of fear and uncertainty. And I don't want that for you. Whether you're a billion-dollar company who needs 100 virtual assistants, or a new business, $1 million business who's growing and scaling, and you need virtual assistants, I've got a dedicated team, and their only job is to help you put together a step-by-step strategy to help your business grow with virtual assistants and scale, and so you can buy your time back, grow your revenue, and reduce your costs. These are all the things that we deliver here at MyOutDesk, and I want all of those things for you as you're going through your journey of hiring a virtual assistant. Click the link below or visit our website, MyOutDesk.com, to schedule your free one-on-one live strategy call with one of our folks, and we can figure out if a virtual assistant is right for you and your business.